everyone, welcome to the channel. It's Radko from Radko Tarot, and in this whole video we're going to look into Leo Sun, Leo Moon, and as well Leo Rising weekly general tarot reading July 12th up until July 11th 2021. And if you do want to participate into my free reading contests, guys, which are happening into my live streams, make sure you do subscribe for the channel, as well hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of these live streams, and also any of the weekly content that I'm uploading here in YouTube. And if you are interested in a personal reading with me, or if you do want to take my tarot classes to learn to read tarot, checking out the post, or rather like the description of this video, you will get a link to my website where you can view and purchase either or both of these services. So with that being set aside, moving straight away to the Leo reading of this week, and the first card we do have for you, Leo, that is going to be the Four of Wands, followed by the second one, which stands as the Hanged Man. Moving on for the third one, and by the way, can you see the cards? Yeah. Moving on for the third one, which represents the Queen of Pentacles. That is quite of an unexpected, to be honest. Let's see the next one. So, fourth card, we have the Tower. And then the last one of your spread, that is going to be the Six of Swords. So you do have some kind of unfinished business that you are to be unaware of, at least at the start of the week, but it's going to be brought to your attention from that Queen of Pentacles that we do have. The thing is that you definitely it's not a mandatory to undertake that unfinished business, but for one or another reason you will need to, or when it is brought to you, you will feel inclined to address it. And so starting up here the week, that is going to be with the Four of Wands. And Four of Wands manifests when one kind of like reaches up a end of a cycle of development, okay, and it is ready to jump into the next level of work, jump into the next level of relationship, or in generally, you know, jump into the, I would say, newness into one's life. And also what the Four of Wands, and that is why it is strange, because the Four of Wands pretty much stands for that any important details of that process of finalizing the cycle of development has been attended to, has been completed. So that leads me to believe that whatever this enterprise that you are finishing here at the start of the week has nothing to do with the job that it is left unfinished. It is just, to me, how it stands, it is just, you know, you placed more attention, or all of your attention, into the developing of this enterprise, overlooking the previous one, which, like I said, is not essential for you, but you will feel inclined to do it anyway when it is brought to your attention. In any case, here at the start of the week, Leo, you can expect that hard work that you have put into the last few weeks, maybe into the last few months, it could stretch out as well up until the last few years, finally is going to pay off. That is how the Four of Wands pretty much completes itself. And it's a card that shows that you are going to start building up some kind of an impulse, and where that impulse is going to be released toward, that will be decided at the end of the week. We are going to get there in a few minutes. But right after you do reach that completion, things are going to be set into halt. For a reason being is that you would need a different perspective in order to proceed. So for now, after the completion of that cycle of development, although you should rather like, or you have to jump into the next level, that jump for the time being of the week is going to be, say, impossible. And the thing is with the Hangman is that the more you try to do it yourself or to force the circumstances, you know, the worse the situation becomes. And for that, you just have to patiently wait for the circumstances to arrange, so they can give you the opportunity to make that leap. That is no different than, for example, proposing with somebody to be together and now waiting for their decision. You know, trying to harp on it, it's only going to make things worse. So you did what you could, and now you have to wait for the universe to do its part, or the other person or the other parties to do their job as well. But that doesn't mean that this time is going to be wasted. Just on the contrary, here we do have a perspective that it is settling in, and that perspective is going to be shaped very well by the Queen of Pentacles. So that person, it could be a man, it could be a woman, it could be somebody that is just showing up to you, or it could be as well somebody that you already know. So it's just an individual. How you're going to recognize them? Well, they are very well situated. They pretty much have accomplished almost everything they could have for their lives. And they are very self-absorbed as well. For them, money are not that big of a concern for them. And all that matters, it is what they see when they look themselves into the mirror, right? But what is very common for the Queen of Pentacles, it is that unsatisfied desires are starting to rear on the back of one's head, and therefore that reflects your unsatisfied desires that you may have forgotten about, and that leads to somewhat of a heretofore unfound potentials you have, which brings us to this, I can't say neglected, but overlooked opportunity that you have not developed for, you expended it for a sense to develop that enterprise which you have finished at the start of the week. And so as you do have plenty of time on your hands right now, waiting the circumstances to arrange for the finisher of the other enterprise, this Queen of Pentacles is going to point you what you can do meanwhile, okay, that you can unfold those potentials heretofore unexplored. And the accompanied card, that is going to be the Nine of Wands with the Queen of Pentacles. And that is a pretty strange elemental dignity. And the encouragement here, it is that you don't have to you don't necessarily need to have an experience into what you are about to do. All that you do need is agility, if I may say it that way, and careful preparation, which I believe that this individual here, Queen of Pentacles, is going to help you acquire. And right after that, right after the peak point of this enterprise, so to speak, we approach the Tower card. And you know, in books you can find that the Death card is marked by a transformation. I beg to differ. The true transformation, it's the Tower card. Tower transforms you from realizing that what you have built is either not enough or it's not built correctly. And therefore you have to transform yourself, you have to transform your life, so you can build it now in such a way that can grow. And these are going to be the processes that you are going to put your attention into towards the end of the week here with the Tower. Now, the Tower manifests itself with rather unpleasant circumstances, right? Things that put you in an awkward position. In your case, they are not going to be tantrums or turmoils or anything like that. It's just is going to be those, how can I say, awkward situations that you are not feeling very comfortable with. But they are going to be essential if you do want to develop those potentials which we said are heretofore unexplored. That is how you do transform, by becoming from a cocoon to a moth, or to a butterfly, if you will. And the Tower, how can I say, these circumstances always, and I mean no matter what the situation is, always lead to a cleansing and nurturing effect on one's life. That's why you do not necessarily need those potentials to unfold. You do not need to go through these unpleasant circumstances, but they are going to be very cleansing and healing if you do gnash your teeth and just do what you gotta do to develop those potentials. And at the end of the week here, where you do find yourself finally transformed, hopefully, the waiting is over with the Six of Swords, the waiting of the primary topic of the week, which is jumping onto the next level, and that is going to be with the Six of Swords. So the opening is going to be there. Now the problem of that is that you will not going to know what lies beyond. What I mean is that the consequences, or rather like what will follow after your actions, after you do make your leap, after you do enter that relationship, this conversation, you know, starting this new job, or taking on that project, which is going to be the next level of your development, you may not know, or you will have your judgment clouded of what follows afterwards, or your sense of predictions is not gonna be there, and that's totally fine. It's totally normal, because these are the seeds that are gonna start growing, and for one or another reason, or for better or worse, it seems that the majority of you Leo will have the luxury to shape their own circumstances. That's why you ain't gonna know what they are going to be. But for those who are afraid from the unknown, you got so far, guys, and you should not allow, just because you have your doubts, those doubts to stop your drive. So the encouragement here, it is to traverse that threshold of fear, because in reality there is nothing for you to be afraid of. And so that was your weekly general tarot reading, July 12th up until July 18th, 2021. Hopefully you do enjoy it and you do like it, guys, and we are to see each other next time. Until then, bye.